Hi there, welcome to the weekend reading for Saturday the 19th and Sunday the 20th of August 2023. This is how I read. I've got the Major Arcana here, the Ancient Italian Tarot, very nice. So I'm going to pull 4 of those. I'm just going to keep shuffling while I talk. And then over here on the side, I've got the Minor Arcana split into its suits. So I've got Pentacles here, Wands here, Swords here, and Cups here. So I'm going to pull 3 Major Arcana and then 1 overall Major Arcana to see what's going on. And then I'll clarify each of those 3 cards. And if I feel like it, I'll clarify the 4th one as well, with 1 from each suit from the Minor Arcana. So, I've got a cobweb on my finger. Right, 1 more little shuffle and we'll get going on this. Now, all content creators pretty much say this, and it is the case for all of us. Engagement feeds the algorithm. So, you know, if you have a mind to, it'd be really nice if you left me a little comment or a like subscribe, or, you know, whatever you want to do. Up to you. But, you know, if you want the channel to grow, you know, you might not give a monkey's whether the channel grows or not. But, you know, it'd be nice if it did. If people find these readings useful. So, right, begging letter done. I'm going to just cut these. And we'll pull some cards. Right. Oh, the sun. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, God, that's so nice. Do you know, I'm in the south of England here. I'm in southwest England. And it has been, I think I'm far enough in to swear, it has been the shittest summer I can remember in terms of weather. I live by the coast. I'm faster than most. I live by the coast. There's some beautiful beaches near where I live. I've been in the sea twice since June. It's just been an absolute washout. I'm looking at out the window now and it's all cloudy. So I'm very happy to see the sun. This is the happiest card in the deck. This is peaceful, joyous resolution to something. This is the commitment card. It's the happily ever after card. So it's just a delight to see this turn up here. How lovely. Okay. Here we've got the Star in the reverse. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. And here we've got the Hierophant in the reverse. How interesting. Now, the reason I find this interesting is because the Hierophant is the kind of spiritual authority in the world, not in the universe. That's the High Priestess, okay? The Queen of past, present and future. This dude lives on Earth, okay? He's the kind of the politicization of the spiritual, this one. He's on his head in this reading, and that it forms to me quite a contrast with the sun. What I'm getting straight away from this is that this happiness here, this joyous resolution here in the sun, is nothing to do with what anyone thinks you should do. It's nothing to do with it at all. It's also, I'll come back to the Star in reverse here, because that's quite mysterious. I'm not always very happy to see the Star in reverse, but there's something much more interesting going on here. I'm going to pull the final card. There we go. High Priestess. Right. Okay. What this is telling me, Star in reverse, is no matter how shaken up you are by events in your life, and the Star is card number 17, it follows the Tower, card number 16. However discombobulated you are feeling, all is well. All is well, High Priestess. Whatever happened that's shaken you up is over, and it was right that it happened. Okay? It was right that it happened. And I think perhaps if you allow yourself to just go within, as the High Priestess always invites us to do, you'll find out that alongside the discombobulation and the kind of the instability and the shock possibly of the tower that preceded the star card here, there is actually relief as well. Perhaps you've been trying to keep up with something, trying to keep something standing up like the tower, and it's just fallen down. All right, now that can give you a feeling of failure. All right, it can give you a feeling of failure and a feeling of not having been able to kind of maintain something. But goodness me, when you're having to work that hard to maintain something, something's not right. When it falls apart, when things fall apart, there is quite often an accompanying feeling of actually a sense of huge relief. It's like, okay, it's all fallen apart, but at least I don't have to try to make that impossible thing stand up anymore. I can let go. I can just sit and have a rest. And the Hierophant in reverse here is telling me that no rules have been broken here. Okay, don't go down the road of sort of thinking that you've done the wrong thing, or you've messed up, or you've let everyone down, or you've broken the rules. Okay, that is a dead end. All right, that's a blind alley, that kind of thinking in this situation. All right, what's happened is big, but it's good. All right, so just have a rest. Okay, have a rest this weekend if you can. Right, let's move on and start clarifying. Okay. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, have a rest. The slowest moving energy in the deck. The rewards, or the benefits of whatever's happened, might take a while to show themselves, and you might have to move through this process of feeling like a bit hopeless, feeling like you've messed up, and also feeling like you might have done something wrong. All right, might take a while to move through that, but the Sun and the High Priestess show me that dwelling on these things is unnecessary, because the rewards for this are coming, but they're coming slowly. All right. I mean, when say I don't know, a tornado rips through, or a forest fire rips through the woods and everything's burned, that gives the opportunity for new growth. You know, there are even some plants that deliberately drop their seeds when there's a fire occurring, because it needs the fire in order to germinate. And in any case, a destructive force can often leave a territory nice and spacious for new growth to come through, but it takes time. It will come, Knight of Pentacles, okay? It will come because it's right. It was written in the book of past, present and future. She wrote the book. She knows the book. She don't need to read the book. That's why she's looking straight at us. She ain't looking at the book going, what's on page 12, all right? She knows what's in the book. She flipping wrote it. She is the book. So it will come, but it might come slowly. Well, this is telling me it will come slowly. Oh, how wonderful. Six of Wands. Victory after a long battle. Good. Good. All right, this is just backing up the excellence of this energy. There's just something here I want to have a quicker look at. Yeah. There's not only victory here, but there's a moving into a place of greater authority. It's not king, it's not emperor, but it is a growth in power and authority. And we see that from the laurel wreaths here. Yeah, this is what they used to place on the heads of Roman emperors when they succeeded to their position. So, you know, there's a growth of authority and power available here. How wonderful. Okay, Five of Swords. Ace of Cups. Nice. Okay. Right. Five of Swords. This is sort of petty, I was going to say vindictive sort of squabbling here. And someone who just wears people down and wears them down and wears them down. And when they've given up, runs around going, I won, I won, I won. Okay, there's something quite immature about this. Whatever's happened here and whatever's, you know, brought you to this reading, it's what I'm getting off the Five of Swords here is that don't go on about it. All right, don't go on about it, don't talk about it, just keep it quiet. Keep it quiet, because there's a long-term shift in a good direction possible here. And I mean, the main thing about the Tower, which, as I say, isn't on the table here, but was and has been present in the readings for the last few days. The Tower isn't brought down by someone's actions. The Tower is brought down by forces beyond the control of anybody. So anybody kind of claiming victory, anybody looking at the Tower once it's fallen going, I did that, is wrong. That's the energy I'm getting off this, whether that's you or anybody else. Nobody brings the Tower down. The Tower comes down of its own accord in conjunction with forces of nature that nobody controls. So any kind of claiming of, responsibility for having brought this Tower down is false and kind of a waste of time. This is not a serious business. Just, you can imagine somebody going, yeah, I took that Tower down. Yeah, brick by brick with my own bare hands. They didn't. The lightning brought it down in conjunction with gravity. Okay. So, it would just be a waste of time and a waste of energy to be going on like that. And anyone who starts going on like that around you, you can just flipping well ignore them. All right. Because all this dude did was walk around after these people had actually fought the battle and pick up the swords and go, yay, look at me, I won. It's a bit pathetic, really. Okay, so guard against that. Just keep an eye out for that. That might be around. And an Ace of Cups, what can I tell you? This is not only the possibility of sort of wealth, as we saw in the Knight of Pentacles here, and like joyful resolution. There is also the possibility for just love. Okay, there's huge potential for love in this reading. Absolutely beautiful. The biggest potential for love and new love. And this sense of sort of overflowing with new love is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now the Dove of Peace here, and this cross, I used to know what this cross was called, but I can't remember what it's called. But it was something to do with the Crusades, when the Crusades were going on and people were going off to the Holy Land. They used to carve this cross. I think, is it the Maltese cross? I'm not sure. Anyway, the Dove of Peace here, that's the key. That's the key. This is peaceful. This is kind of joyous but peaceful as well. Peace is possible now. Peace and love, man. They are possible after this tower event, whatever it was. Right, let's move on to the star in reverse. Yeah, something to guard against here, a sort of feeling of hopelessness. Right? Oh, how interesting. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I think... Okay, I said earlier, like, don't talk about it, don't go on about it, but it might be a good idea to maybe talk to one or two people about it. You know, share what's happening for you with, you know, a small number of trusted others. Because here in the Four of Pentacles, I'm a little bit concerned that it might block the admittedly very slow progress of the Knight of Pentacles towards a new kind of worldly beginning for you after what's gone down. It might be a good idea to just open up a little bit about what's happened and not just keep it all to yourself. And I can see why you might be tempted to do that, because, you know, there is a kind of hopelessness, and it suddenly strikes me a sort of social shame, perhaps, here in the Hierophant in the reverse. There's no need for that. Do sort of open up a bit about it, but make sure you're flipping careful about who you open up to, all right? Because that's around the Five of Swords. So just be mindful of who it is you're talking to about what's going on for you. It would be a good idea to just open up just a little bit and share it a little bit, and not just scrunch it all down into yourself here in the Four of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. Okay, whatever new stuff grows from this, you know, it might happen quite quickly and you'll see it, okay? There's nothing sort of... I mean, look at the difference between these two knights. There he is on his war horse, just kind of standing there, and he's all covered up and you can't really see his face, and it's all a bit dark and slow and trudgy. Here's Mr. I'm here now. So possible sort of worldly and action upshots from what's going on will be visible. New opportunities are going to make themselves visible to you. And the more balanced a state you are in, the better prepared you will be to spot and grab those opportunities. So just like keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open for what's going on around you, because stuff's going to pop up out of nowhere. You don't have to take every opportunity that comes up, but clearly new possibilities are for how you can move in the world in terms of work and building stuff. And new opportunities are going to present themselves. King of Swords. And I'm just going to pull the Cups here and the Page of Cups. Okay, so we've got an interesting kind of trio of male energy here. Well, that Ace of Cups here, it looks like something could actually turn up, right? As a person with some sort of rather pleasing little sort of invitation or offer or something. And yeah, okay, what I'm getting from this is that somebody who perhaps comes across as a bit stern, and you might see them as a bit stern. And as I'm saying that, my eyes falling back onto this Hierophant in reverse. You might get a bit of a telling off from someone. All right, it's never nice that, but you might get a bit of a telling off. But within that telling off is kindness. You know, it's like when a kid runs out into the road and the parents like run out and like grab the kid, get the kid back to safety on the pavement or the sidewalk or whatever, and then just like give the kid a right bollocking to frighten the child into never ever running out into the road again. There's something of this happening. Any kind of admonishment you might get here from someone is actually surrounding love. All right, if somebody has a go at you and sort of says, what on earth were you doing, for example, they're not saying it because they want to make you feel bad. They're saying it because they love you and they want you to be okay and they're looking out for you. Right, that's what I'm getting from this. So it might be a little bit of a tricky weekend. I mean, whatever has happened in the Tower event, the Tower not been on the table, but it certainly was, and the Star turning up again here, you know, it's probably not just you who it's affected. So if you do get a bollocking off someone this weekend about whatever's gone on, do be aware that they're bollocking you because they care about you. I see that here in the Page of Cups, and I also see it there in the Ace of Cups. All right, then clearly there's a link between this Five of Swords and this King of Swords. Yeah, you might get torn off a bit of a strip by somebody, but they're doing it with love. So do try to bear that in mind if you can. Well, that's what the cards are telling me anyway. Right, Hierophant in reverse. Ooh, how lovely. Nine of Pentacles. Now, this Nine of Pentacles here, this lady, people think that bird is a bird of paradise, but it's not. It's a hawk. It's a falcon. I went for a day of falconry for my birthday in May. It was really, really great flying these birds of prey. So this is about self-containedness and kind of getting things the way you want them and controlling forces that are not necessarily you. Not like massive forces necessarily. I'm getting that from the falconry here. I mean, look at the glove she's wearing. That's a falconry glove, all right? That's a leather glove so that her fingers don't get damaged by the claws of that falcon. So there's something to do with control here and mastery. This is mastery of forces that are external to us and deep kind of collaboration with forces that are external to us in order to establish ourselves in peace and kind of good functionality. That's what we see in the Nine of Cups here. So I think there's a link, as I said, between this King of Swords and this Hierophant in the reverse. But what's actually going on, you know, about sort of breaking rules and having behaved like a bit of a twat, possibly, in this Tower event, what's actually possible is an expansion and a movement towards real kind of self-establishment out of this thing. So, you know, do try to remember, as I say, that whatever bollocking you're getting here about having broken the rules and having been sort of maybe stupid and irresponsible, okay, is sent with love. And despite all that, you know, despite the backwash and the kind of aftermath that we see here in the Star in reverse, this is where we're really, really going. Okay, single, happy person. And, you know, a single, happy person is the best prospect for new love, right? Somebody who is single and unhappy, you know, they might get some attention, but it's never going to work out. You know, the best you is going to attract the best other. You know, to find the right person, you need to be the right person. You know, this is This is possible. And being the right person is nothing necessarily to do with convention and doing the right thing according to the rules set down by society. Go your own way. Do your own thing. Do your own thing. That's what I'm getting. That's the best way to say it. And I just waffled on for minutes and minutes. Nine of Pentacles. Do your own thing. You know what you want. You know what you've done. You know what you're capable of, and you know what you're not capable of. Invest in yourself. Okay? Go your own way. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you might need to sort of defend yourself a little bit here. Again, I think this is connected with this Five of Swords, this King of Swords, and this Hierophant in the reverse here. You might feel tempted to start trying to sort of justify yourself to somebody. You do not need to justify yourself to anybody at all, ever. Yeah, unless you've like broken a law or something and you've been arrested, you're going to have to like account for yourself there. But outside of that, in the normal runnings of daily life with its ups and downs, you do not need to explain yourself to anybody. You are your own person. All right. So sometimes spending your energy on defending yourself and sort of explaining yourself and justifying yourself actually works against you, because the more you do that, the more you're sort of like fragmenting and atomizing your energy. But it looks to me like the temptation for that might be there this weekend. Okay, Eight of Swords. Oh, this links back for me to the Star in reverse here. This sort of sense of feeling trapped and a bit hopeless. And, never forget that these ropes can be shaken off really quickly. And she's not actually encircled by the swords. This is about feeling trapped and imprisoned in a situation or in circumstances. But basically, it's all in your own head. All right, it's in your own head. I think this weekend looks like it's kind of shaping up into a taking stock weekend, and perhaps some engagement with people who had some sort of interest or were perhaps present at whatever that tower falling down was and how that happened. And it looks to me like you are taking too much responsibility for that. I mean, somebody could say, let me just look through my major arcana here to find the tower. So this is what has happened, all right? Now, the only way you could be responsible for that having happened would have been to have taken the decision, whenever it was taken, to build that tower where it was built. Because, somehow or other, at some point down the line, it ended up making contact or being contacted by that bolt of lightning, that bolt from the blue. And somebody could say, you shouldn't have built it there. If you'd built it further down the hill, it might not have got struck by lightning. What a load of rubbish. What a crock of shit. All right, no one's responsible for the tower falling down like that. You can see, it's not somebody dismantling it brick by brick, as I say. And who was it? I said that it might be, it was in the Five of Swords. No, it's one of those things. It's the shit happens card, all right? And when shit happens, it's not your fault, okay? It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Okay, so try to have, if you can, a kind of measured view about where your responsibilities begin and end. And try if you can to avoid worrying too much. That if you had, if you built that tower like 3 foot to the left, it might still be standing. Come on, man. There are limits. There are limits to what we're responsible for. And it's about being able to tell the difference. It's about seeing the difference between I did blah, blah, blah and blah, blah, blah happened. Some of life we do and make, some of life just happens. So try to not to worry too much about it being your fault. That bolt of lightning is no bugger's fault, all right? And it definitely wasn't yours. Whatever this King of Swords and this Hierophant in the reverse and this Five of Swords says. It's not your fault if a bolt of lightning comes out of the sky and when he smashes everything to pieces. Right, Cups. King of Cups. Okay. So, right, we've got the Ace of Cups. The page. We've got some beautiful cups cards there. I mean, King of Cups traditionally is to do with sort of being in charge of your emotions. And I think, right, what I recommend, if I may, for this weekend, is that you spend at least some time this weekend, spend a bit of time this weekend just being with yourself, being with your body, right? Emotions happen in the body. They often spark off from thoughts, some of which sparks off from other emotions. But basically emotions are happening in the body. And the best way I know to stop being ruled by your emotions is to learn to recognize them in your body. For example, if there's someone in your life who's a kind of a bit of a running problem in your life, and every time you get a message from them, like your heart rate goes up, your breathing becomes shallow and you get sweaty palms, that's a sign. Your body can tell you what is going on, often better than your mind can. So learning to see the signs in your body of what is happening emotionally is a really, really, really integral and crucial part of learning to live in a way where you are not ruled by your emotions. This is about becoming the ruler of your own emotions. And it doesn't mean you keep them squashed down. Look, his toes in the water, all right? It doesn't mean you keep them like blocked up and suppressed and stuffed. What it means is that you are fully conversant with your emotions. You know there are no emotions that are off limits. Some of them are more useful than others. Some of them are more productive than others. And you know how to recognize them in your own body. And you ride them, they don't ride you. All right. So some quiet time is definitely recommended by this reading. We've got something's come to an end and been signed and sealed, and it's a good thing. Okay. She's okayed it. No matter how it looks, Hierophant in reverse, no matter how this looks to the outside, you know, it's your life, it's your process, and you own it. Nine of Pentacles. And no matter how sort of like hopeless and possibly like a bit depressed you might feel about what's happened and a bit like shell-shocked about what's happened, it was right that it happened, and it's opened up a wonderful new territory. So take your time in that new territory and work out how best to exploit the opportunities that whatever that tower was has opened up for you. It's all there for you. Right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.